Hey, what's up? I'm going to show you guys some pointers for doing some legato licks and stuff like that. Obviously, legato is hammer-ons and pull-offs, so some tips on how to play legato and how to do it effectively. Probably the hardest thing is going to be just changing strings. You just do it on one string. It's not too bad, but once you start to change strings, like just to do a lick like that can be challenging for some people. So what you want to do is you're going to do your series of hammer-ons and pull-offs. So to go over what a hammer-on and a pull-off is real quick. Hammer-on, you're going to pick a note, you're going to hammer on with the finger without picking that note again. A pull-off is just pulling, basically taking your finger and pulling it off the string towards the floor. You kind of want to snap your finger off of it, but here's the other thing too, and this is a really good point here. When you start to snap the finger off the board or even do the hammer-on, what happens? A lot of tension starts to get in your hand. So I always tell players this: use as much power and force that you need to actually perform what you're trying to do, to actually get the sound to come out. So for instance, if I pull off, I think it's Kiko Lorio, he even says like when he starts practicing anything, he just goes through it like this. He's just kind of rubbing his hand on the strings, just kind of doing little pull-offs here and there. You know, doing stuff like that where he's just kind of feeling the guitar and just kind of he's just trying to use just enough power to get the sound to come out, because eventually it's, right? So like right there, even there, I could probably use a little less power. I could probably force it to go some certain way. But you want to feel that tension. That is the main thing you want to feel when you're doing this stuff. Feel the tension in your hand. Feel it move. Feel it underneath the finger as you move, right? So then when you start adding the pick, you can use even less power, because now you've got something that's going to make the sound for you right away. So a lot of times what I like to do is I'll just take a couple of patterns that I need to work on. So like, let's say I'm working on some sort of Lydian pattern and it's like, right? The first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to do it without the pick. Now with the same power, I'm going to do it with the pick. As you can tell, when I was doing it without the pick, it's kind of losing a little bit of sustain on the notes. Once you add the pick in there, it's fine. So just remember, the main thing with legato is learn how to actually do the hammer-on and pull-off part of it. The second area of it is work on your tension. Work on how much tension that you're actually applying to the phrase or whatever you're doing. And you shouldn't have much of a problem. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. Thanks.